Welcome back for the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. Back for the month of August. Sorry we missed July, but we do have a treat for you tonight, today, or whenever you're listening to this. We are going to be doing a live draft that's going to start here pretty soon in a few seconds. And I have the 7th pick, so it's going to take a few minutes. So let me take a few minutes here to introduce myself. I am Mark. This is the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. You can follow my Twitter at FF_Inferno, my Instagram, once again, FF_Inferno. Or you can look up the Facebook page, FF Inferno. Yeah. And the draft has started. Throughout this draft, I'll definitely be giving you my picks and maybe a little bit of analysis on the other picks. First and foremost, I am a fantasy football player. First, analyst, secondary, and this draft is often started. The first four, just like every other first four so far through this summer. Number 1, Christian McCaffrey. Number 2, Saquon Barkley. Number 3, Ezekiel Elliott. This drafter obviously is not afraid of an impending holdout by Zeke Elliott. Number 4, Alvin Kamara. Number 5, David Johnson. So it's pretty standard there so far here. Recording this on August 2nd, 2019. So obviously these drafts, what am I even saying here? I'm sorry for that little loss of train of thought, but those first 5 are pretty much going to be standard. Waiting on Team 6 here. Again, you're listening to the Inferno Fantasy for Football Podcast. We're doing a live draft right now. This one is on the full-time fantasy platform. Sorry. It is a $35 standard 18-round PPR. And Team 6, we're just waiting for Team 6 here. He's only got 5 seconds. And I do have my target for this draft. Let's see who's picked here. You picked DeAndre Hopkins, possibly the top PPR wide receiver right now. That's going right now. I'm here at 7. I'd like to go running back, and this is the guy I've wanted. It's Le'Veon Bell. He's running back, New York Jets. Sorry for the pause here. There we go. Le'Veon Bell has been picked. Yeah, I'm going to try to target him if I do get in the middle rounds and those first 5 running backs are taken already. Because he's my number 6 running back. And, yeah, I think the Jets have an offense that may surprise. So let's see how this goes. And I like drafting in these $25, $35, $50 drafts instead of mock drafting, because these are players that actually are serious. You won't get any knuckleheads that'll goof around in the mock draft rooms. And these will all, give you a good idea who are going to be drafted in your big money leagues later in the month, in that first weekend of September, when the NFL actually kicks off. All right, so we're just about done with the first round here. After I picked Le'Veon Bell at the 1-7, Devontae Adams goes at the 1-8. Julio Jones goes at the 1-9. The newly loaded pocket, really rich Michael Thomas, wide receiver, New Orleans, goes at the 1-10. At 1-11 is Juju Smith-Schuster. He gets into the first round in this draft. And at the 1-12, to the last team here, is Odell Beckham. So good mix of wide receivers and running backs here. I'm not going to mention any of the other teams. I don't want them to know that I'm recording this right now, and all the drafters shall remain nameless, except for myself. Again, my name's Mark. You're listening to the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. Drafting in a live draft right now on the full-time fantasy platform. It is a $35 classic. Get about a minute and a half to make these picks, 90 seconds. We're into the second round now. The pick at the 2.1 is Tyree Kill. So this tail at the end, who has the 112 to 1 swing here, went wide receiver, Odell Beckham and Tyree Kill. Tyree Kill no longer in trouble, I guess. You won't really find him on any of my teams because, I don't know. I've got that stigma in my mind that he's a child abuser. And, I mean, it's probably not his fault. I mean, but still. Maybe he shouldn't be going finding women at the clubs or, the strip clubs or wherever he found his wife. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to defame anybody. I'm sorry, Tyree Kill. I wish you the best. And, yeah. I don't like that pick. You won't find him on any of my teams, but probably a good pick because he is number one on a very great offense. It is now my turn. My turn here. Let's see. I want to go receiver. The receivers left to me right now: Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, Amari Cooper. Let me see who is available at running back here. We have Joe Mixon, Melvin Gordon. No, not picking him. Damian Williams. So it's either going to be Joe Mixon or a receiver here. I like Joe Mixon too. But then that would take away a wide receiver one for me. I'd rather go receiver here. May regret not going Joe Mixon, but I will go receiver, and the number one in Tampa Bay, Mike Evans. There we go. Let me take a little bit of a break here. Try to get caught up on this. I will catch you guys up on this in a second. Be right back. All right, we are back. Still in the second round here, just finishing that off. When we left at that first round, second round swing was Odell Beckham and Tyree Kill. 2.2 was Todd Gurley. 2.3 was Nick Chubb. A lot of running backs going here, along with the 2.4 James Conner and 2.5 Dalvin Cook. I went ahead and went receiver there. Could have went Joe Mixon, if you remember, before the break. But I went Mike Evans, went with a receiver. Right after Mike Evans was Antonio Brown. And then at the 2.8 was Joe Mixon. Great value pick there for that team. At the 2.9 went our first tight end, Travis Kelce. 2.10 is wide receiver Keenan Allen from the Los Angeles Chargers. The 211, Amari Cooper. So it's pretty much standard draft so far. The first 2 rounds, no surprises whatsoever. So it's not going to be a crazy draft. But we'll see what happens now. At the 212, Damian Williams from Kansas City Chiefs. My thoughts on Damian Williams. I've got him on a lot of teams. I've got him on a few dynasties, and I've taken him around the same place, end of the second, beginning of the third in redrafts. But I'll tell you what, I'm not liking him anymore. Well, not anymore. I mean, I do still like him, but I like him less. You know, he's just now becoming a starting running back, and he's getting banged up already. He had a little bit of an injury history when he played for Miami, and I'm kind of losing a little bit of trust in Damian Williams being an RB1. Well, what do I know? I probably don't know anything. Again, I do have him in a lot of teams, but right now I'd rather draft him as an RB2, and I wouldn't, expect him to be that RB1 that everybody else is expecting him to be. So we're here at the 212, 3-1 swing. The 212, again, Damian Williams. And this drafter went ahead and took another running back. One that is holding out right now. And that is Melvin Gordon. Now, I am a Charger fan. I'm not going to say Los Angeles Charger because I'm not I was a devoted San Diego Chargers fan. But since they moved to LA, I am a Charger fan, and a Charger fan only, not a Los Angeles Charger fan. And call me crazy, but I will not call them the Los Angeles Chargers ever, ever, ever. But Melvin Gordon, he is the Chargers running back, starting running back. He's been doing great the past few years. Well, it's another one of these situations where he may hold out. It's his last year of his contract. And I don't know if he's going to be playing. Who knows who's going to... I took Le'Veon Bell with my first round pick. I am coming up here pretty soon. Got about a minute. Again, Melvin Gordon just got picked here, 3.1. T.Y. Hilton, 3.2. Devontae Freeman, 3.3. Adam Thielen, 3.4. Brandon Cooks, 3.5. George Kittle, 3.6. And I am on the clock, and I'm going to take another break while I take my time and make my pick. I will let you know what my pick is right after this little break. All right, so I'm back. And I apologize. I just dropped my phone, sorry. If there is some background noise there, I am in a hotel room in Reno, Nevada. I usually podcast from Vegas, my home, but I am on a trip to Reno, Nevada. I'm in my hotel room at night doing a fantasy football draft. And my pick at the 3.7 was Kerryon Johnson. Running back, Detroit. Number 1 running back. They just got rid of Theo Riddick, the Lions did. And hopefully Kerryon gets some more passes as well. At 3.8 goes another running back, Marlon Mack. So we're just waiting now on that 3.9. It's again, this is pretty much standard draft. Everybody is going with ADP right now. You might want to say that George Kittle went a little ahead of ADP. Zach Ertz has not gone yet, so Kittle went before Zach Ertz. All right, so 3.9 we have Leonard Fournette, and then 310 went Julian Edelman. 311. Oh, okay. First surprise here. Now, in these drafts, I usually draft on the high stakes sites like Full Time Fantasy, the FFPC, the NFFC, and I'm a huge Kentucky drafter, the KFFSC. So many acronyms. What is this? The military? Well, whatever. This is kind of the earliest I've seen Patrick Mahomes go in the third round, but it makes sense because if this drafter thinks they're going to go in the fourth round, which is the typical ADP of where Patrick Mahomes goes, he won't get him, so just get him now. But kind of, takes away from the value of your running backs and wide receivers, but that's okay if that's what this drafter wants to do. That's what he did. So at 311, we had Patrick Mahomes. We're at the 3-12-4-1 swing, where this drafter took Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs. He goes 2 running backs in a row. I'd be interested to see what the draft board says right now. See what everybody's team looks like, who everybody has, who went heavy running back, heavy wide receiver. Like I said, Kittle went before Ertz. And speak of the devil, at the 4-2, Zach Ertz. I'm also doing this on my little draft app here, so I can keep track of this draft, players I should be targeting, keep track of my own team. My team so far: Le'Veon Bell, Kerryon Johnson, Mike Evans, and I'll probably be coming up here pretty soon for my 4th round pick. I've got the 7th pick again in a 12-team PPR league, 18 rounds on the full-time fantasy platform. At the 4-3 goes Mark Ingram. So everybody is pretty much going running back heavy in this draft. Oops. All right, so my pick is coming up pretty soon. I'm going to take a quick break here. We're probably going to go, since this is a live draft episode, we're probably going to go the full 45 minutes I'm allotted for this podcast. So I'm going to take a quick break right here, and I'll see you on the other end. And we are back. And play some music. Maybe I'll just play this music every time I do come back and go back into a break. Or I'll play something. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so for the draft so far, I did make my pick before the break. I think let's start in the 4th round again. That 4-1 was Josh Jacobs. 4-2 was Zach Ertz. 4-3, Mark Ingram. 4-4, Stephon Diggs. He kind of fell a little bit, didn't he? Usually see him in that 3rd round, end of 3rd round, beginning of 4th round. He kind of falls a few spots into the 4-4 tonight. The 4-5, Sony Michel. 4-6 was me. And I picked Tyler Lockett, wide receiver from Seattle. He's going to be the number 1 target. Is going to be Russell Wilson's number 1 target there. kind of limited by the offense there, the run-oriented offense up there in Seattle. Chris Carson and Rashad Penny, the running backs, will be getting a lot of action. But who else does Russell Wilson have to throw to up there in Seattle? And they drafted DK Metcalf, which, I mean, that was a great pick. He'll probably go in another 2 or 3 rounds here. That's what I would expect. And David Moore, Jerron Brown, are those names that you can trust? I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's football. It's the NFL. Anything can happen, but I will pick the number 1 receiver in Seattle in the 4th round here. That was Tyler Lockett. At the 4-7, Aaron Jones, Green Bay, running back. He's already banged up. Training camp's just started at this point. He's already banged up. And his handcuff, his backup, is also banged up. Jamal Williams. So I'm going to stay away from the Green Bay backfield. Somebody's going to step up. We don't know who yet. It might be Jamal Williams. It might be Dexter Williams, the rookie they just drafted. Aaron Jones does have that. Sorry about that. He does have an history. I gotta move my mic. Sorry, guys. Alright, there we go. He does have an injury history, Aaron Jones does. And so does Jamal Williams. So I will stay away from that Green Bay running back committee. I'll call it a committee. Let's see. Really, that was a 4-7. We're now on the 4-8. Who was picked at the 4-8? Tampa Bay wide receiver Chris Godwin. At the 4-9, we have, speaking of the Seattle Seahawks, running back Chris Carson. The 4-10, Kenny Golladay. 4-11, Robert Woods. 4-12, Jeffrey. Going on a little wide receiver run here. 4 receivers in a row because at the 5-1, Mike Williams. And it's become pretty standard for me also, and it seems like everybody drafting. It's going to be Mike Williams, wide receiver, the Chargers, in the 5th round. He'll go somewhere in the 5th round. To whoever is in the 5th round, they're going to take Mike Williams. At the 5-2, David Montgomery, running back from Chicago. Gotta find him here on my little app here. I gotta start thinking of who I'm going to be picking. I still can't find him. Here he is. Alright. Wow, this app has ranked him pretty low. That's okay. I gotta start thinking about who I'm going to be picking here. I'd like to go wide receiver or running back. Build up that running back wide receiver. It's kind of hard to think and draft and podcast at the same time by myself. But we're doing it. Sorry. Running back or wide receiver? So we'll see what's left here when it comes to my pick. Last I left you was at David Montgomery, 5'2", 5'3", is going to be wide receiver Allen Robinson. 5'4" is going to be Tyler Boyd. And 5'5" is DJ Moore. Love that pick right there. Again, just like Mike Williams, always going in the 5th round, DJ Moore seems to always be going in the 5th round as well as the next guy who got picked Cooper Kupp at the 5.6. So who should I go with here? Now, earlier in the summer, I would have went Kenyon Drake, but by now, all the news, Kalen Ballage has been stealing his carries, his time in camp. So I'm not going to go Kenyon Drake here. I do want to go either wide receiver or running back again. Not going to go AJ Green. He's going to be out a few games. Do you want to go... Let's see. I want to go Jarvis Landry. So I think I'm going to go receiver. We either have Jarvis Landry, and I do like Robbie Anderson. I think I'm going to reach for Robbie Anderson. Yes, it's a reach. You could probably get him maybe in the next round. Maybe. But I'm going to take him right now. I have 5 seconds left. And I took Robbie Anderson. Again, as I said at the beginning of the podcast, when I picked Le'Veon Bell, I think the Jets are going to surprise. So let's see what happens. I could be wrong. But hey, it's a draft in August, $35. I'll probably lose this one. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? Don't have a lot of Don't have a lot of shares of this Jets stack that I'm trying to build here. So we'll see what happens. The pick made right after me. Tight end O.J. Howard. Everybody seems to think he's going to have a big year. And this might be more of a gut feeling on my part, but I don't like it. Bruce Arians is the head coach there in Tampa Bay, who does not have a history of highlighting his tight ends. And O.J. Howard also has an injury history. And we're kind of running into the half-hour mark of this podcast already. So I'm going to try to save some time here. We'll take a break. And we'll let this round go. I'll catch you up. And, let's play some music this time. Here's that cool music. Whoops, sorry about that. Coming in hot. But yeah, we'll take a break, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so we're back. Back to our live draft here. I just made my pick of Robbie Anderson there in the middle of the 5th round. Right after him was O.J. Howard. Right after him, Dante Pettis. San Francisco. That's kind of a little high for him, too. I guess we're all reaching on wide receivers in this round. Why not? By this time, at the beginning of the fantasy football season, this will be the standard. Bunch of receivers in the 5th round. So Dante Pettis, Calvin Ridley, Phillip Lindsay, 5'11", Evan Engram, 5'12", Tevin Coleman, 6'1", 6'2", Will Fuller. Where am I? I do want to go running back at this stage. James White already got taken. Lamar Miller already got taken. Let's see what we have left here. Kenyon Drake. No. Ooh, slim pickings here now. Oh, do I take... No, I will not take Kenyon Drake. I will go ahead and go for Tyree Cohen. We'll do Tyree Cohen. PPR back. Chicago Bears. He will be my running back 3. Man, that was a bunch of running backs there in the 6th round. That 5th round was all receivers. This 6th round is all running backs. Starting with Tevin Coleman. Campbell? Tevin Campbell? Tevin Coleman. Tevin Campbell's that old R&B singer. Can we talk for a minute? That guy was Tevin Campbell. Tevin Coleman, San Francisco running back, goes 6.1. Will Fuller goes 6.2. Lamar Miller goes at the 6.3. James White, 6.4. Andrew Luck, second quarterback taken in this draft. Kind of early again. Quarterbacks going early. Patrick Mahomes went back in the 3rd round. And it's kind of the earliest I've been seeing quarterbacks go in a few drafts now. And nobody's taking Kenyon Drake just yet in this 6th round. Kind of surprised about that. I mean, he's sharing carries with Kalen Ballage, but he's still gonna get his. So I went Tariq Cohen. The 6.7 was quarterback Deshaun Watson, our 3rd quarterback in this draft. 6.8, the ever so falling AJ Green now goes in the 6th round. Another receiver's next, 6.9, Jarvis Landry. 6'10", Darius Geis. 6'11", Hunter Henry. Great pick there. That's some value there. 6'12", Sammy Watkins. And the swing pick there for this drafter, 7'1", Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard to begin the 2nd round. Now I gotta start thinking who I'm gonna take. It's a mixed bag that last round. Running backs and receivers. Let me see who I have on my team right now. Yeah, I have pretty balanced. I have 3 running backs and 3 receivers. My last pick was Tariq Cohen. Meh. I'm going to have to do a little bit better at running back here. We'll see what comes to me here in this 7th round. There is a lot of receivers still out there that I like. And, of course, Kenyon Drake. We'll see what happens there. 7.2, Rashad Penny. Call me biased, but I do not like Rashad Penny. He's a San Diego State running back. Mount West. They've kind of proven to be not very durable. So if he does get regular carries, I'd expect him to get hurt. I'd rather have Chris Carson back there. Okay, I guess this is a good time to take a break again. Let's start the music. Yeah! And I'll see you on the other side. And we're back. We're in the... Sorry. Restarted the music. Again, I'm podcasting, doing a live draft, and trying to control this app all at the same time. I'm not being very successful tonight. But anyway, we are going to... Let's see, we have about 10 more minutes in the podcast. We're in the 7th round of this draft. I am Mark Salinas, the FF Inferno. This is the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. Catch me on Twitter at FF_Inferno, Instagram FF_Inferno. The FF Inferno Facebook page is out there as well. And my blog is at infernofantasyfootball.com. Let's see, the 7th round went Sterling Shepard, Rashad Penny, And 7.3 was Cortland Sutton. I got sniped. I was going to pick him at the 7.7. He goes at the 7.3. 7.4, finally, Kenyon Drake goes. 7.5, Austin Eckler got sniped again. Wanted him to. 7.6 was Corey Davis. Another guy I was targeting there, but he got taken too, so I've been getting sniped left and right in this round. So it was my turn at this point, and I went with a running back. And that running back is Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray goes at the 7.7 by me. At 7.8, wide receiver Marvin Jones from Detroit. 7.9, Christian Kirk. A lot of things about that. You're hearing a lot of things about that Arizona offense. Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald, who will be picked here in the next round or two, I'm pretty sure. 7.10, quarterback Aaron Rodgers. 7.11, wide receiver Curtis Samuel. Whoa. That's the earliest I've seen so far. Kind of getting crazy here in these middle rounds. Wow. 7.12, quarterback Baker Mayfield. Wow. Wow, the quarterbacks are going early in this draft. I'm still going to wait, though. I think I'm still going to wait. Yeah, I'm kind of punting tight end as well in this draft. I didn't take one early, so I'm pretty much going to wait on tight end as well. I'm going to build up my running back and wide receiver core. 8-1, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Nice pick there. I like that. I probably would take him if he fell to me in the middle of this round. I probably wouldn't have taken him. Surprise here at the 8.2, to me at least. Rookie running back Miles Sanders from the Eagles. He's banged up right now too. And the news lately is Jordan Howard is getting he's dominating the carries right now. But who knows? Everybody's saying Miles Sanders is the better running back. We'll see what happens. 8-3, Green Bay receiver Geronimo Allison. 8-4, another quarterback, Matt Ryan. What's going on here? Early quarterbacks. I'll still wait. So who am I going to take? I got to start thinking about my pick here. Let me plug these into my app. Who should I pick? Should I go tight end? Maybe I should go tight end. Maybe I'll go tight end here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's also some receivers I like out there. The aforementioned Larry Fitzgerald from Arizona. Also, looks like D.D. Westbrook is still there. Oh, and I'm on the clock at the 8.5. Sorry, I'm spitting and I can't talk. 8.5, Vance McDonald, a tight end. I was going to go tight end too. Not Vance, but the tight end from New Orleans, Jared Cook. That's my pick at the 8.6. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes or so left to broadcast. So I will take a short break here. Let's get that music going again. Woo! Alright, I'm going to stop it here. Let a few picks fly by. And I'll catch you up on the other side. You're listening to the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. And we're back. Again, we'll have about 5 more minutes in this podcast. Probably, hopefully, take it to the 10th round of this draft. I'll post this draft on the blog, infernofantasyfootball.com. Again, you're here with me, Mark, at FFinferno, FF_Inferno on Twitter, FF_Inferno on Instagram, and the FF Inferno on the Facebook pages. Bookface. Yeah. Alright, so we got 8.1 MVS. You know who that is if you play fantasy football. Miles Sanders, 8.2. 8.3, Geronimo Allison. 8.4, Matt Ryan. 8.5, Vance. 8.6, me, Jared Cook. 8.7, Ronald Jones. 8.8, Darrell Henderson. I wonder, I'll have to look back on the draft board if this drafter at the 8.8 took Todd Gurley earlier. Probably did, and that's smart. Drafting him in the 8th round if you do have Todd Gurley. 8.9, D.D. Westbrook. 8.10, 8.10, 8.10, 8-10, 8.10, however you want to say it. Deonta Foreman from Houston. Kinda early there. I haven't seen him taken this early. This drafter must like him or is betting that Lamar Miller will be getting hurt. 8-11, another Houston Texan, Kiki Kuti. I like that pick. I've been seeing him drafted later than the 8th round, but I would be willing to willing to reach for him in the 8th round. I'm glad we're almost done with this podcast. I can barely talk. 9-1, David Njoku, tight end. 9-2, Anthony Miller. So we're into the 9th round now. Let me plug in some of these into my little app here. There's several apps you guys can use for your drafts here. There's the Fantasy Pros, which I may or not be using right now. Or the Draft Dominator from Football Guys. That one's pretty good too. I may or not be using that one right now either. Lots of apps that'll help you draft. But everybody uses these things. That's why everybody's so smart nowadays. And yeah. I'm on deck at, where did we leave off at? We left off at the 9.1, I believe. I'll start there anyway. Njoku, Anthony Miller. 9.3, quarterback Russell Wilson. 9.4, quarterback Jared Goff. 9.5, Eric Ebron. And 9.6, Matt Breida. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I have a tight end. I've seen a couple quarterbacks here. You don't want to run out on quarterbacks. Let me see who's left here. Still some great ones. So I'm going to wait some more. I got a tight end. This is an 18-round draft, so I'm only looking to draft 2 tight ends. I've already got one in Jared Cook, so I'll wait on tight end as well, which leaves me back at wide receiver and running back. I've got 4 running backs. Not too happy with them. I think I'm going to go receiver here. Well, there's lots of receiver value out there still. Maybe I'll wait on receiver. No. Let's go for it. Wide receiver, Larry Fitzgerald. Kind of surprised he fell this far. I've seen him fall. He's been falling. In some instances, in some drafts, into the 10th round. So I'll probably not get him in the next round. So I'll just draft him here in the 9th round. Again, Fitz, Arizona Cardinals, new coach, air raid, offense. He's a solid starter there. He's old, very old. He's like almost as old as me, and I'm old. But I'm not going to give him up right here to bolster up my wide receiver. This is a PPR league, so he'll be getting his. Hopefully he'll be getting enough for me to win. Alright, so we're coming on the end here.